7:15 p.m. Thursday. Last night I went to open mic night. I just wasn't feeling it. And most of the other people just weren't either. There were 4 or 5 of us, and I was like third up. And I said, well, sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not talking dirty tonight. And I heard, oh, from the back. But one fella, the dirtiest thing that was said all night, and I found it hysterical, this kid says, you look for something, and you never find it until you're getting ready to move. I'm like, yeah. He goes, take for instance my favorite sock. I knew where that was going. I knew it. He says, it's all stiff as a board, kind of like a dead cat. You find it later. And I'm wondering, where is he going with this? He says, I don't like throwing stuff away, I like repurposing, so I bent it up a little bit, and now it's a back scratcher. Oh my God. Oh, maybe by next week I'll feel like being jovial and stuff. I did mostly stuff around here, put laundry away, and a few things in here, not much. Tried getting a hold of the doctor's office to see if they had any cancellations or anything, and they passed you from one guy to another guy, and then she said, you have something you have to pay, so I ended up looking it up, and it was for going to urgent care. I owe $20. This was like 2-3 weeks ago, and they're just getting around to billing me now. You'd think I would have seen it when I tried making an appointment on mine. So Brian said, you want to go pick up Spence? So I told the lady on the phone, I said, I gotta go. And I hung up. It was ridiculous. That's really a pity. You people in England have really great health care compared to what we have and all the other nations. We're probably, no matter what kind of health care you get in some of the, what we would call third world nations, you get better health care than we do, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I went to pick up Spencer. We went a back route. Very scenic. Lots of flowers and windy roads and stuff to get home, because the highway was just crammed full of cars. They're working on part of a highway, but that doesn't excuse it. The whole bloody thing was just packed. Yuck. What else is there? I did a few things around here. Fell asleep in the chair, that kind of stuff. Last night I ended up going to bed about 2, I think, in the morning, because I was trying to do 3 things at once and not doing anything because I fell asleep in the chair. So I ended up going to bed. No electronic anything to help me sleep. Just went right to bed. Felt kind of weird. I'm worried about this blood pressure thing, and I watched a video on YouTube about 7 things seniors should know about pending heart attack and what to do before emergency help gets there to save your life. So I clicked on that to watch while I'm hand sewing something, and point number 1, it was like 25-minute long. I'm like, God, get to the point. We could die before you get to the point. That's something I don't like about the helpful videos that give you a list of things and they take forever to get there. Some things like health type stuff people are concerned about. Don't leave us hanging. And I had one of my it's an old shirt. I darkened in the blue note. That's from the St. Louis Blues hockey team. And on the back it had a guy's name, like Stansky or something, and then a number. But the same number of letters in the name is Shirley. So I redid it, so it says Shirley. So now when I walk around wearing this shirt, I can look like a real dork. Brian got hamburgers for everybody at a place called Tam's, T-A-M''S. I don't know if it's someone's name or last name or what, I don't know. They have pretty good hamburgers and fries. Really smells great and tastes okay. And Brian was eating his sandwich. Spencer was eating his sandwich. Mommy hadn't come home yet. And Sebby was in his high chair, and he had a bowl of like mashed potatoes and turkey meat and stuff like that all mixed together, and we put it on his tray, and he grabs it by fistfuls and stuffs his face. He saw the french fries. He wanted the french fries. He sticks his arm straight out towards the french fries and goes, "Ugh!" I'm like, okay. I said, "Do you want french fries?" Which means yes. I said, "Can you say please?" And he looks at you like, "Do you not understand what means?" He had probably about 5 or 6 french fries on top of all his food. And then he had a part of a pear chopped up. That kid can eat. Crap. Well, they're going to have to take out a loan when he turns 10. He'll probably be 7 foot tall and 3 foot, 4 foot wide, you know? Good God. But he's still a decent looking kid. And his cousin, Charlotte, who they call Coco, up there in Canada, she eats like that too. So when they go on vacation, if they set Coco next to Sebastian, that ought to be interesting. I'm going to tell them to do that just to see which one gets all the food. Oh my God, ought to be something. Anyway, that's in a month from now they're going. I have some kind of United Healthcare card thing that it's like the medicine part or dental vision part or something that you sign up for. Whether I owe something or not, I have no idea. I have no idea if they take it out of my Social Security. I have no idea. Who do you ask? I don't want to ask any place that has any kind of insurance because they're going to want you to, they're going to want to sell you something. I want a non-biased, non-judgmental, non-biased. I just want the answers to what the hell do I have and what do I not have. Whom do you ask? Don't know. Anybody have any ideas? I don't know. I just don't need someone with an agenda trying to tell me or force me or urge me to do one thing or another. That's stupid. Life's too short, especially when you get in your 60s and 70s. Life is too short to fart around. Anyway, I sat and was doing like a budget in my head last night about how can I eat as cheaply as possible for this coming month. Because I always seem to not have any money at the end of the month. But if I make a plan and stick to it, I have a sleeve of frozen hamburger patties. Well, I only have like 4 or 5 left, but usually they come like 20 in a sleeve. 1 per day. So for my supper, that'll last me 20 days. I'm out 3 weeks. And then pasta or chips or something to go with it. I figured out how much that would be and how much the meat would be. If I have a bagel every morning, how much that will be. The bread that I have will be 1 slice per hamburger. I fold it in half and fit the hamburger in there. And at lunch, if I make like some kind of soup, like potato soup or broccoli soup or something, I can make that fairly cheaply. So I was trying to figure out about how much this is going to cost me per month to be able to eat all meals and all that stuff. I don't have to eat all meals, but if I do eat 3 meals a day for a month, it would be about $60, I think. I'm not sure, but I think so. That's providing I make all the food and all that stuff and freeze it and, So that's not too bad, I guess. And do I need anything besides that? Well, maybe milk for the coffee. But I do have the creamer, but I like with just milk too sometimes. Toilet paper. I have enough of that probably for a month. And then tissues. I have enough of that. Medicine, soap, and all that. I have enough. So we shall see I'm going to try, when the 1st of June comes around, I'm going to see how cheaply I can exist. It will help my diet too. It will help me, not eat whenever I have nothing to do or can't think of anything or whatever. Then there was some ad on YouTube or somewhere, Facebook, YouTube, I don't know. This lady, decent looking, good shaped lady, she's talking about there's only 4 ingredients, natural ingredients that you need to lose 60 pounds in 30 days and blah, 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 blah. She goes on. And I thought, okay, I'll bite. So I sat to watch this video, and God knows how long it was. The video must have been 30 minutes long, repeating itself. And I'm sitting thinking, if something's free, they're going to hit me up with buy something, aren't they? Oh, it's 4 natural ingredients, blah, blah. They never did tell you what the ingredients are. Never. But they have these bottles of powder, what do they call those? Capsules with powder in it. It's about $70 a bottle, and then they urge you to do a 3-bottle thing to start off with that, or 6 bottles, or 18 bottles, or $500. And I'm like, I thought this was supposed to be 4 things that I already have around the house and I could do it myself, and apparently not. I'm so sick and tired of everything being a commercial and everything being a scam and not knowing when something is artificial intelligence. I hate it. I miss the old days when we just read books, and we weren't tuned into the TV and YouTube. I love YouTube, and I've learned a lot, but there's a lot of time wasted too. What would I do if I wasn't plugged in? I don't know. I can't really do much of anything else. Don't really have any friends, and the soil around here sucks, so I don't know. Oh, another thing. I don't know, with my shoulders, the baby's picked that habit up. I said something to him, and he goes, God. And then when he bends over to pick something up or whatever, he leans over to pick something up, he goes, ugh, like an old person does. I'm thinking, apparently I need to be careful. Check myself, Oh my God. Spencer got his yearbook today. I didn't really get to see it because he kept turning the pages before I got a good look at anything. They have a lot of kids in that school, and they do a lot of neat stuff. And he knew almost everybody, 100 kids. That's Maya, that's Viola, that's Morris, that's Zian, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so, that's Leanna, that's, LL or JJ. She's my best friend as a teacher. She's one of those teachers that helps kids that are having difficulties, whether they're special needs kids or they're just not grasping something. She helps. Apparently she's really nice because he just, that's JJ. I'm like, okay. So it was stinking hot today. I have the ceiling fan on and the window is open right now. At night it's kind of cool. So I get it as cool as I can possibly get it in here. If I have to sleep with extra blankets or long pajamas, so be it. Because it saves a lot this way. It's like the Ice Planet Hoth, where you close the doors at night to keep from freezing to death. Well, this is kind of the opposite. You close the windows and the shades and everything in the day so you don't burn up. There's little adjustments, but other than that, it's not a problem, really. I'm concerned about this blood pressure thing in doctors and healthcare, and then you go into the government crap, and what are they going to cut, and am I even going to be able to survive, and do I even care? And I got pretty depressed this morning. I was pretty depressed, but then I got kind of busy, and then when I got to go pick up Spencer and everything, I was on top of the world, and he is maturing. I haven't seen him all week. I'm seeing them less and less, unless I have to babysit the baby. because they want seeing Grandma to be a treat, not just there she is again. It's working. It's working out pretty good. Spencer's becoming more mature for a 3.5-year-old. He's doing really well. Daddy introduced him to some exercise today, like sit-ups, burpees, jumping jacks. And Spencer wasn't quite getting the jumping jack. And I said, okay, when you stand straight, you're a person. If you stand with your feet apart and your hands pointed up, clasped to the ceiling and pointed up, you're a statue. You're like a tower, like an Eiffel Tower. Person, tower. Person, tower. And he got it. He could get it that way. Sometimes you just have to put it in a picture form for people to grasp. So he did that. Tried doing push-ups. That was funny. And pull-ups and sit-ups and everything. He tried real hard. He's going to be sacked out tonight. He really working hard. The baby, he is a character. And the one doggy, the older one, she's like, I don't know, 11 or 12. Iris, she's very thick fur. And she has arthritis, and she's just old. And she's laying around in the shade today, panting. Poor thing. So, and I keep plugging up the holes that Clover tries digging under the fence. And I put things in the way and fix them so that no one can move the plastic gate part that I put up. She manages to. Anyway, I feel stuffed. I'm going to have a cup of coffee, wind down, go to bed. Tomorrow I plan on going to the recyclable place, seeing how much money I get from that. And my United Healthcare card, I think it's only good through the end of the month, which is this week. Or is it next weekend? This weekend till next Saturday, I think. And then you get a monthly allotment of $25. $25 will help. It's not much, but it will help to buy some groceries or something. And then hopefully I'll have it all together and make a list of my cheapo June on the cheap. Yeah. Kitty cat's in the portico. He's hanging out there. This little guy, where is he? Right there. Breeze goes through there. I have the front window and then this window open a little bit, so there's a breeze that comes through. Oh, God. Sometimes I just need a lot of hugging. I found a funny video of a horse flapping his tongue all over. Another one about a horse picking at a fence wire and making a music. And so some of my friends out there got videos recently of these horses making music. Yeah, I need to unplug. Basically the next big project is inventory of all the crap I've in the fridge and in the cupboards. Organize it all. Make my list of my cheapo meals for the month. Go through my paints. I have a bunch of paints that need to be gone through so that I can finish painting this thing back here. And things that are dried up or useless or whatever. I just go through all that and throw what I don't need away. Go through my shirts and my pants and everything, organize it. That's going to be a pain in the butt. But on this chair cover I washed in the laundry, I know I have a dark green, black green cover, or unless I threw it away, that I can exchange, trade out, swap them back and forth. But I can't find it. So I washed this chair cover. Man, was it filthy. And this little side table here, so much crap on it. It's just supposed to be there to put my drink on and the remotes and stuff when I'm sitting here, but it's always like a junk magnet. Somebody said, how do you live in a tiny house? Like one of those tiny house videos. And she said, well, If you have something out, put it away, because one little thing out is going to seem like the place is just full of crap. She's right. I don't mind living in a smaller area. I wish I had another room like this, just enough room that I had a table, like a kitchen table, and a real little kitchen. Doesn't have to be fancy, just a stove, oven, a microwave, a sink, a countertop, table, but I don't even have that much here. And then air conditioning that I didn't have to plug through the window. The thing I have is a rollabout, and you put the hose out the window, but that's a real pain in the ass too. Luckily, I haven't reached that stage yet. And this little fake fireplace, and then I have a little knee-high heater also. Heater's not a problem around here. I mean, I can always throw on my blankets and sweaters and stuff because it's never that cold here, like it would be in Michigan or something. But hot, can't really take your skin off. Not really. How long have I blithered? Too long, I'm sure. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Everything. Onward to my coffee. I'm going to have a couple mint Oreos. Yeah, I know. And drink as much liquid as I can. Pee everything I can, and then go to bed. Yeah? So I can get up and go upward and onward.